How we doing out there? This is the Cool Club. I am Super Soligan, and we're gonna review it. Welcome to Derry, HBO series. This is the continuation. This is actually a prequel of the It movie series, the Stephen King book, and this show here fills in a lot of the lore of it. The in the book, there's like in the films, they show only a portion of the mayhem and the force, the actions of the force that is it, the things that he's done, that it's done in Derry, the very far out cosmic aspects of it, the many forms and many mass murders that's happened under its as its spiritual guise, or as you could say, under its direction. The curse that it's put on the town. You see a lot more. You have a lot more to delve into that the novel told you about than we saw on screen with it one and it two. That was more focused on the just that certain group of children. Then that was the losers club. Is there the children that it was focused on? Yes, it touched on it vaguely touched on other people, the lore, I would say, or the history and of the town and the other children who went missing, because we know it comes back every 27 years. So it left so much to be explored. Like the I always wanted to see the black spot in real time when this was told in the book, where Mike Hanlon saw that big bird that was taking people away, like this big black bird. Like, imagine how surreal that would be on screen to see it, taking that form. This huge bird. Like, just imagine a huge giant bird. Like, a crow isn't scary, just one by itself. But imagine you being in open space with a huge giant one. Just his eyeball looking at you would be terrifying. So I always wanted that, this something like this to be. I always want to see something like this on screen. Like, I wish they would have put it in the It movies, but this being a show makes it better. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't know how the show would be when I first tuned into it, but it didn't disappoint. The what's this, Andrew Machete, I think his name is. They didn't disappoint. Like, this was approved by Stephen King. Like, Stephen King approved this. At least they ran this by him, which I appreciate. From the beginning of the show, it starts off in catching you and drawing you in. It draws you in with the the having a child, the having just it start from, basically, without spoiling it. It starts with giving you enough action, like setting the tone and the pace for the show, I would say. It gives you this creepy scene. You know, you see it doing what it does. Basically, it doesn't, like, you're not gonna be so. And even in the beginning, after that, like with Mike Hanlon and him going to the military base, these things, Derry is so, and the it lore is so fleshed out. You're constantly captivated by these characters, to be like, who are they? Because the town itself and the townspeople are just as much a part of it as the clown himself. You understand? The kids are the only one who are most vulnerable. Like, and even the children actors did a great job in this show. Now, The show does a good job of making you think. We're not following the same blueprint. Like we don't want to see a new losers club. Like being having them built all over again. We know that there'll be a group of kids or a group, eventually that just happen to be together. But we don't want to see that same type, like a female in the group and the boys all falling. Somebody falls in love with her, the a token black person, them just, we don't want to see that again. Like all boys, one girl. No, but this show does a great job of setting something up and then misdirecting you. Like just having you think it's one thing, then totally flipping it. And I think that that was a great, unique way to, and a unique direction to take this show. Because otherwise, it would have felt too similar. So they covered that base without making it, just another It movie, like, in show form. Just they gave it its own unique feel and identity. Like the characters there, they gave them their unique um, direction. You also have, I mean, it's still in the It universe, but they're also putting another great thing they're doing is they're also meshing a lot of Stephen King's other properties and other lore from other films into this show, like things from The Mist, things from The Shining, things from Shawshank. All of these references, which are really in Stephen King's universe. Officially, this is his. Even from The Long Walk, these are things, his universes are usually, I mean, his films are all in the same universe. What I'm trying to say, stories. These things, like they all connect to the Dark Tower. They tried to do the Dark Tower film, which was just meh. That should have more so been a show. Like you need a show to tell all of that type of lore, and which is what's good about this It show. And they said there's a mention that it's going 3 seasons and going backwards in time, which is another great idea. Shout out to the creators of this show and the writers. Well, it's already pretty much written, but the creators and the producers of the show, shout out to them, because that's a great idea to go backwards in time. That way you'll explore all of these things and forms of It, and you can get into his cosmic, this whole cosmic mind blowing lore that he has. I mean, of course, we're not gonna see It fighting in space with the turtle, like, but I'm saying you can definitely explore it in visions and in great and visually in great ways, like in abstract ways, how it manifests. And I think that's a great thing about this show. It gives, like, this is one of the shows where I just look forward to seeing things that they produce, because I can't predict what you're gonna see on screen. Uh, but yeah, great job that they've done so far here. I would give this show right now, episode one, Welcome to Derry. I give this show a 9 out of 10, man. To be honest, I'm gonna go ahead and give it the 10 out of 10. Everything about this show gets, about a pilot show, even from the title, I think it works. Everything hits. I don't have any complaints about it. It gave you the It type of, if you want to see the It type of action you want to see, it gave you that. If you wanted the, comedy, it gave you that. Gave you a unique premise, jump scares, all of that. I give the episode a 10 out of 10. The show itself, I'll rate overall when it's over, but each individual episode I'm gonna rate as well. So I should recommend, if you're a horror fan, check out Welcome to Derry. The next episode 2, comes out on early on Halloween. Hey man, it's a good time if you're a horror fan. So with that being said, this is the Cool Club. I'm Super Solican. I'm gone.